What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. Now, let me say this, right? The Bucks are in serious trouble. Absolutely, man. They're in trouble. Number one, Miami has absolutely no fear of this team. Miami is confident they can beat this team. They beat them during the regular season. They're beating them now. Milwaukee does not match up well against this team. Miami is young, athletic. They have multiple good defenders. They're doing pretty much the same scheme that Toronto did again. Toronto had the blueprint, created the blueprint on how to slow down Giannis. And Miami's doing that. They have a really good coach in Eric Spoelstra, even though LeBron constantly tried to get him fired when he was there. And, you know, they're led by a great leader and alpha male in Jimmy Butler. And they can do something that is one of Milwaukee's weaknesses. And that is, even though Milwaukee's a great overall team, great defensive team from a team perspective, and they have a great individual defender in Giannis, and like I said, their team defense is good. One of Milwaukee's weaknesses is the three-point shot. And Miami is, so far, shooting very well from outside. What's that guy that plays with Miami, man? The white boy. I think his name is it Duncan Robinson? That's a shooting dude, man. But yeah, Milwaukee's in trouble, man. But you know, I got a lot of things I need to say in this video. First of all, I'm gonna do a separate video talking about Jay Williams and that stupid ass tweet he put out, saying that, you know, he needs a Jordan. Like, even though he tried to clean it up and say, oh, I mean, he needs a closer. Why don't you say, you know, he's a Shaq and he needs a Kobe? You know what you meant by when you put that tweet out. You know what the fuck you meant, bitch. But, look, I notice a lot of people get a lot of pleasure out of seeing this team lose. They love to say, I told you so's. You know, whenever Milwaukee was winning, they had nothing to say. You know, I saw tumbleweeds flying by on social media when they were winning. But whenever Milwaukee loses, here comes everybody to pile on. You know what I'm saying? This team sucks. I told you they ain't going nowhere. I mean, look, at the end of the day, yeah, they are going to be limited. But, you know, I got to say this in Giannis' defense, man. Yes, Giannis needs to add certain pieces to his game. He's trying hard, okay? Everybody's not going to be Rick Smits. Everybody's not going to be, you know, Jack Sigma. Everybody's not going to be Sam Perkins. Everybody's not going to be able to be these great mid-range and outside shooters. They're just not, okay? Not everybody's going to be that. Let him do what he does, okay? Let him do what the fuck he does, which is dominate down low, okay? I'm sick of seeing these stupid-ass fucking comments from people. This is what he needs to do. To me, Giannis just needs to add, eventually, a consistent 10 to 12-foot jump shot. Maybe polish some post moves. That's all the fuck he needs to do. Okay? He don't need to be fucking Pedro Stojakovic. Stop turning him to some fucking fantasy that you fucking modern age motherfuckers want him to be. He's not going to be a great three-point shooter. Okay? If he can knock down an occasional three, be a 30% three-point shooter, I'm fine with that. What he needs, what I said fucking before, is that he needs a dominant point guard. Every big man who's ever fucking won has had, for the most part, either a dominant point guard or a dominant guard to win, with very few exceptions. Bill Russell had his Bob Cousy. And even when Bob Cousy retired, he still had, Sam Jones and John Havlicek, amongst other Hall of Famers. George Mikan, even before him, had Slater Martin, the great defensive point guard of his era, and jumping Jim Pollard, and Vern Mickelson. Kareem had Oscar, and then he had Magic. Okay, even Elijah Wan, who's kind of the exception, he still had a committee of point guards: Kenny Smith, Vernon Maxwell. You know what I'm saying? He had those guards, and later on he had, Clyde Drexler. Not the same Clyde with Portland, but he was still a dominant guard. Shaq had Kobe. Giannis got no fucking body but punk ass Chris Middleton. I'm sick of everybody fucking pounding on fucking Giannis like he supposed to do all this fucking heavy lifting. What the fuck was LeBron winning when he was fucking with Cleveland? Before he had any goddamn help. He wasn't even going to fucking playoffs. Well, he's not the real MVP. I mean, he can't even get out of the Eastern Conference. What the fuck was LeBron doing before he went to Miami? What was he doing the first 7-8 years of his fucking career? But losing. I know a lot of people want him to go to the Lakers or Golden State or whatever. At the end of the day, I don't know what Giannis is going to do. You know what I'm saying? I know that he's sincere in wanting to build something in Milwaukee. But, the media pressure might push him so far. The media pressure might get to a point, if this team keeps underachieving, he might be pressured like Kevin Durant was to go somewhere else, right? And then when he does that, there are going to be people who are going to criticize him just like they did, LeBron, and just like they did Kevin Durant, right? And I'm going to criticize him because I don't like seeing guys team up with other people. I don't understand it. A lot of people criticize Kevin Durant for going to Golden State, right? But yet, the media and some Warrior fans want him to go there. Or, you got some LeBron fans that want him to go to go to LA. But then they criticize Durant for going to Golden State. Well, I'm really talking about LeBron fans, not Laker fans. I don't know, man. At the end of the day, I don't think that he needs to go anywhere, man. I just think that this team needs to make some adjustments. Giannis somehow needs to cut down on the fouls. Budenholzer deserves a lot of criticism too. Okay, because like I said in my other video, I get irritated when these coaches get all the praise when they win, but when they lose, they somehow escape this criticism unless they're a black coach, and they criticize the players. Budenholzer is a great regular season coach. We saw that with the Atlanta Hawks. He's a great actual coach. But situationally, in certain games, he can't get out coached like he did by Nick Nurse last year. And, the same thing is happening this year. But everybody want to fucking point the fingers at Giannis. That shit burns my fucking soul when I see this shit, man. Budenholzer need to keep Giannis' ass on the court more. Okay, I don't give a fuck if he is in foul trouble. Fuck that shit. Stop being cautious with your best guy. All right, at this point, you have no reason to be cautious. All right. Honestly, I just gotta be honest, man. I chalk this shit up a little bit to them not keeping Malcolm Brogdon, man. Malcolm Brogdon was their second best player. He's the only guy that I saw that could create his own shot really on that team. You know what I'm saying? And he was a great shooter. And he was from what I remember, he was a pretty good defensive player. I'm not saying he was locked down, but you know what I'm saying? He could be another threat out there. Chris Middleton, to me, man, he's not an all-star. You know, he's just not, man. He's not dependable, and he's not the type of player that you can depend on whenever Giannis is having a bad game. Like, I don't think people really watch this fucking team. There have been many games where Giannis during the regular season, like if you take Giannis off this team, the Bucks would lose by 25. But Giannis would have to do so much out there. See, he's young right now, so he can get away with this. But after a while, this is going to start wearing on Giannis. Like, Giannis will have to get 38 points, 17 rebounds, block 6 shots. Look, he's young right now. He's only 24, 25 years old. But as he gets a little older, 27, 28, like the age that Kawhi they're getting close to 30, this shit's going to take a toll on Giannis. He's going to start getting injuries. And I don't want to see that shit, man. What he needs is another, to me, what an ideal. Now that I've watched, these guys, what he would need, honestly, I wish Chris Paul was younger. Chris Paul would be ideal. I just don't trust Chris Paul's age. But Chris Paul would be a good fit for this team. To me, he would need someone like a Chris Paul to run the offense. And he would also need another guy. I don't know if he needs another superstar, but he needs someone else. Someone else who can be a wing defender as well as a scorer. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, I think a guy that would be a good fit on this team would be like a Paul George. I know he's not going there. I'm just saying. If he had like a backcourt with Chris Paul and a Paul George or something like that, this team would be a championship level team. But because Paul George, you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, if he's on a team where he's not pressured to be the man and shit, yeah, but that's just a pipe dream, you know what I'm saying? That's never gonna happen. But yeah, he just needs help, man. He needs help. Like, these people that's out there saying, well, Giannis, this is proving he's not the real MVP because he can't make a shot under pressure. But nigga, Bill Russell had fucking 10 Hall of Famers around. He still couldn't make a shot under pressure. What the fuck you talking about? He's a fucking power forward. Look, man, he's a fucking power forward. Do you know how much easier it is to keep the ball out of the hands of a forward than it is a guard? Like, do these motherfuckers, literally, do they know anything about fucking basketball, these fucking writers? What the fuck, man? How do they get these gigs? This is why I think it's a bad idea for some of these people to get these jobs based upon who they know or who's, fat cock they're sucking and shit, man. Like literally, like, some of these guys I'm reading, I'm talking about, like, supposedly professional sports writers, these beat writers. I'm looking at some of their articles. I'm like, what are you talking about? Now, some of these guys, they know what the fuck they talking about. But some of these dudes, like, what are you talking about? He needs to be with a proven winner. Guys who can perform under pressure like Steph Curry. Motherfucker, you been watching the finals? It's a reason why Curry haven't won Finals MVP. And it's easy to be a proven player when you got fucking guys who are... Oh, my God, man. I hate the media so fucking much. I want to put a fucking... I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that, man. Ah, God. Sometimes, man, I just want to be like in a cartoon world, right? And just, you know, like in cartoon world, people don't die, and the bullet just hurt them really bad, and it just caused this big cloud explosion, and they all fucked up under it for like 15 minutes to shake it off. I swear, man, I just want to take a Derringer and just fucking Yosemite Sam these motherfuckers, man. They fucking say the stupidest fucking shit, man. They say the dumbest fucking shit. Here you have LeBron James with probably the most skilled big man in the most skilled big man in the NBA, right? The most talented, most dominant teammate he's ever had. And they're sitting over here crying about Giannis needs to do more. When it's so easy to key on him. He doesn't have Malcolm Brogdon. He doesn't have another fucking go-to guy. All you gotta do is key on this one fucking dude. You know what I'm saying? The only criticism I have of Giannis is this. I think Giannis, when he's getting double teamed like that, he's gonna have to look for the pass out, man. He's gotta. I see a lot of situations where he's trying to force shots. He's forcing the issue, and he can't do that. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, against this team, Milwaukee's going to have to make some adjustments because what they've been doing this entire season, it doesn't work against this team. So they got to make some adjustments, starting with the coach going to have to figure some shit out, change around his rotations a little bit, because, you know, Kyle Korver, some of these other dudes, shit ain't working. And, you know, overall, this team doesn't look as dominant defensively as it did last year. It's not shooting outside as well as it did last year. So that's pretty much all I got to say, man. Like I said, I know LeBron fans are ecstatic. And you can tell that from the media. Like, these guys are so predictable. These guys who are these LeBron fans, they've been foaming at the mouth looking to see this team fail, and apparently it looks like they're on the verge of doing that. So they're already talking about how, oh, well, he's not really the MVP. Just want to give LeBron the MVP. But like I said before, if y'all give it to LeBron, I don't want to hear no fucking excuses if the Lakers lose. I don't want to hear no excuses. Well, you know, he doesn't have to win it this year. Fuck you. If he don't win it this year, 20 videos in one day for me shitting on LeBron James from rookie year to this year. Fuck you. So that's all I got to say, man. Tell me what you guys think.